Well, that was a process. It took me several tries to get on here right now. So hi everybody, I'm finally on here. I hope you'll join me in watching me chalk this really lovely chalk couture tag of acorns and leaves. Has a cute little saying, mighty oaks from the acorns grow, from tiny acorns grow, excuse me. Of kind of silvery blue and brown to make kind of a gray stony color. They didn't send me the colors with my packets, I guess, because I'm a designer. I don't get little color packets like you would if you signed up for the monthly. So I made a gray because it was supposed to have come with gray and the berry, and I can't remember the other color, but I'm going to use kind of a brown color as the other color today, and maybe mix it with a little bit with my gray so that I get a combination of two colors here. I'm going to start with the gray, and I'm going to aim this camera down so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to, I've mixed the color on just on a piece of tin foil because I don't have any trays. I'm just going to start pulling down on the stem. I want the stem to be gray, and the leaf, or excuse me, the little connectors where the sticks of the stem, I'm going to make them all gray. It's fall. It's kind of a color of fall, kind of a stony gray. So that's what I'm going to make it. It's kind of unusual, but we'll see how it turns out here. And this is multicolors again. I found out that when I was using my big stencil, I should have been pulling it up as I went because it took me too long to get the paint onto the surface, and it dried in my silk screen. So I did a little video. I watched a couple of little videos this morning. Now I'm mixing the brown with this gray. It's not mixed very good. I'm just going to go in and kind of hit the tops of these acorns with a little brown and gray mixed together. And I am not too concerned if I get some of it on the leaves. I think it'll look pretty natural to have multicolors on the leaves since it's a fall design. So I'm not too concerned if I get other colors places I didn't intend for them to be. So what they said to do on those larger stencils, which I was really grateful someone knew what to do, and I should have watched it before I tried the larger stencil. I just had too much confidence because my experience with the smaller ones were such a snap that I just thought I could go in there and just magically create, you know, something just as beautiful. Got a little gray in my brown, but I don't think that matters. Okay, I'm going to take some more brown. I'm going to soften it just a little bit with the gray, but I'm not going to mix as much gray with as I did the tops of the acorns. I'm going to redo that, make it a little darker. And now I'm going to do the bottoms of the acorns. I want them to be brown. And as I said, I don't think it matters if they're not perfectly chalked on this board because it's fall colors, which is very gracious if you ask me, on allowing you to have a little leniency to make some mistakes as I'm learning. And if you decide to do these projects, I know what I wanted to share with you. They're having a Black Friday sale on Chalk Couture, and so if you'll go to the link in my comments or in my identification of this video, they are having a Black Friday sale, and they have some fun things, and it's really 30 and 40 and 60% marked down on some of the items. So if you're interested in trying these products, now is the time. Snap them up and make some things for your family for Christmas. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to make some things for my family for Christmas. Okay, now I have all the brown and gray done. Just fold that over. It's probably wasted paint. I'm going to use the red for the leaves. They're going to be really bright. I hope I like them. We'll see. If I don't, I can always go over top of it with another color, but I'm making them almost a crimson red. I think it'll be pretty. It'll be different, right? But I think it'll be pretty. And then I haven't decided what color I'm going to do the writing in yet. We'll wait and see what we think when we get this done. I think there's so much red on here with these leaves that maybe the gray again. So I'm going to put this on this side, and then I have a Christmas or another saying that's kind of Christmassy for the other side that says, "What a wonderful world." And or I think to myself, what a wonderful world. So we're going to do that as soon as this side is dry. And we'll have a double-sided tag that can be brought out for fall and Christmas season. Just turn it over and put it to use for the new one. And I also found out something exciting about Chalk Couture products. If you want to reuse your surfaces and not repurchase their large items, which can be kind of expensive. Their chalkboards are over $100, but they're framed. You can, if you prep it properly, you can wash this paint off to recreate your chalkboard surfaces for that same, that same surface. Excuse me, I'm being redundant. You can reuse the same surface with new transfers and new paint ideas. So that is pretty exciting. This looks like a hot mess right now through the silk screen, doesn't it? It's kind of a hot mess. We're going to pull it off and see what we got. I'm going to grab a corner here. I'm going to start at the bottom, even though I probably should start at the top. And I have used part of this stencil before on my acorns. Oh, it's pretty. I wasn't sure I was going to like the red, but I like it. It's really pretty. It's kind of dramatic and subtle and all at the same time, isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, I really like it. I'm going to slip away and slip this in water. I'll be right back. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Alrighty, I'm going to get rid of this error message here on my screen. It blocks my view of what's going on and makes it difficult for me to decide what to do. That brown is interesting color with the blue-gray mixed with it, but I like it. Okay, I think I may. Yeah, you know what? I do think I want the writing in gray. Okay, I'm going to fuzz this. I'm just going to fuzz it on my pants. It's just a little piece. A couple of times here. That's the other thing I learned, that when you're doing these, that this is supposed to glide across your surfaces and not stick when you lay it down on them. So the placement is how you want it to end up looking. I can't see the end because of my big fingers. Is that how I want it? I think so. Alright, I think I'm going to do the gray like we talked about. It may be a dirty gray because my pen is kind of dirty right now. So I'm going to get just a bunch of the gray. I'm just going to pull on through here. And it does look like it's going on multicolored. That's okay. I think it's going to be cool. I kind of ended up with red and gray and brown all on that. All on that foil. That was easy. That was just as slick as could be. The wording is easy. Okay, we're going to pull that one up. Oh yeah, the gray is perfect. We'll stick this in my water. Be right back. Yeah, it softens the design. It's really simple, but it's quite beautiful. And then I'll make a bow for this and a hanger, and I'll post a picture of it finished on the page when everything's done. I'm going to give this a quick dry with the hairdryer here. Set the hairdryer on cool. I think this would be pretty with a little line border painted around it. I'm going to see if I have a stencil that has a straight line on it that I could borrow to paint a double line on each side, and maybe across the top. It would kind of frame it, so I think it would look very attractive. I think I'm going to do that too. Still from some of your other items or other stencils, because once it's dry, you can lay another stencil on top of it. They have layering stencils that they sell where you, and we'll do one of those here real soon, where you put your base color on and you make sure it's good and dry, and then you put a top one on and just put decorations on top in another color. I have a Christmas stocking here. If I can find it really quick, I'll show you. It comes with the white stockings are the base design. You just color that whatever color you want your stockings to be. And then these here and here go on top of those two stockings to decorate them with whatever colors you want to decorate them with on top of the base color. So we'll play with that one here soon too. I haven't done one of those yet. About dry. I want to make sure it's good and dry though, because I'm going to turn it upside down. I probably will put a paper towel under it in case it's not completely dry, and then if it does ooze, hopefully it will spread the paint around. It'll just go on the paper towel and pick up a little paint instead of smushing it around and changing the picture. I hope I've got a bow that'll match these pretty colors. The pretty fall. I bought some fall ribbon, so we'll see what I can add to that. Okay, on this other side, I want to do this new stencil, which is, and then I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I love that saying. I love that song. It's a beautiful old song. Anyway, I am going to pull this out. That'll give this a little bit longer to dry on that side. And I haven't decided what colors I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do it teal, green, and yellow. I think that's what I'm going to do. Maybe a little bit of light green there. We'll see. Kind of like I did the pumpkins, kind of like a multicolor. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pull that out. Pull off the stencil. And I'm just going to fuzz it on my pants. Just convenient. Do it a couple of times here just to create create enough fuzz on the stencil that it'll kind of slide around on my, you know what, I'll just put this on top of it. It's the back to that stencil I just opened. And it's kind of sliding around. It kind of tells me the paint might be dry. That's awesome. That's good news. That's really good news. I'm glad of that. Okay. I didn't bring a wet one in here today to clean this off. I'm going to place this stencil. Oh yeah, we got that. That's perfect. Now when I got this tag, it had chalk dust on it. I did not wax this surface because I intend for this one to be permanent. I don't want to repaint this tag. So I did not wax my surface. I would imagine that was the other thing I did. If you wax your surface, that's part of the process of making it a non-permanent surface. So I'm learning as I go that that's what you do. Anyway, excuse me, I'm going to grab a wet towel. I'll be right back. I wouldn't worry about washing it if we were going in the same family of colors, but since we're switching to greens, oh, let me make sure that's straight on the bottom there. Yeah, it looks pretty straight. I think it's a little teeny bit off. Hope that won't drive me crazy. Usually if I don't get things level, they kind of drive me crazy. I don't know about you, but they do. Okay, again, I think I'm going to start light in the center and go dark to the outside edge. So I think I'm going to do my sunshine first. Maybe my clouds in this light blue. You know what, maybe I will do the light blue instead of the green. I think I will. I'll do light blue down the center on these clouds. And just kind of radiate it out from the center. And I'm going to do an uneven edge again. Just going to slap it on, not worry about, you know, having a perfect edge. All right. All right, there's the blue. Clean it with the wet thing since I'm starting with a fresh color of yellow here. I just stirred this yellow and it's all sparkly again. It's a sparkle paint and it just turns back into sparkles on the top really fast. You know what, I think I'll make that line yellow. Maybe like the sunshine on that line. Why not, right? Why not? This is ours. Alrighty. Not getting enough paint on there. Sorry about that. I'm dipping and dipping and dipping instead of getting enough paint on there. Alright. Excess yellow. Clean that screen a little bit right there. I got a little bit of yellow on it, but I don't think that's going to matter. Like I said, I'm making this a multicolor and we're going to end with the dark green on that outside edge. So hopefully it will cover it up. I'm going to close these up. Another thing I learned today about your paints, that if, as you're using them, if you have a large project, the spray bottle of, they offer a spray bottle of water that you can keep your paints misted so that they stay moist for you. So that your paints don't dry up as you're trying to use them. Looks like I might have more green to the top and the bottom than the outside edge. I got a little carried away here on the teal, or the blue in the center. I'm going to do a mix of teal and green on these leaves here. just because I can. Yeah, we're going to do a couple of little things teal right here. Go up into the think a little bit. There we go. And I do the sleeves here. Teal. Get close to the edge. I need to be careful not to get it on my wood outside the stencil. Alright, it doesn't look like much right now. Again, it looks kind of like a hot mess, but I'm going to take and clean my stencil off, and then I'm going to blend these two a little bit in the center here. So I kind of create a softened edge. Just going to kind of go back and forth across at the edge. Okay, now we're going to take the green, forest green, or whatever green it is. Forest, that's what it is. I'm going to finish it. And we're just going to go ahead and fill this in. Try not to go over top of my teal where I put teal up here, because I did find out that the darker paint will cover over the lighter paint. Not necessarily the lighter over the darker though. I'm not sure that was sky up there now that I look at the stencil. It's got these little marks all around the edge. As a accentuation to the typeface. Probably wasn't supposed to be sky blue, but, or clouds, but that's okay. Maybe should have done this one in halves. It's taking me a little bit longer than I wanted it to. Because I'm doing multi-colors. If I'd have done it one color, we'd be done. I didn't. So I'm hoping it's still going to be wet and stick to my surface when I pull it off. If not, we'll be redoing it again. I have had to redo things. That chalkboard, my fault. I have to redo it. Boy, I'm getting this corner worn out on this squeegee already. I like the corner on these multicolored ones, making it more bendable a lot faster. If I was left-handed, I could switch to my left hand. If I was ambidextrous, there's the word. Excuse me for head down in my work here, folks. I'm just head down a lot in front of y'all. Please put in the comments what you would do if it was for your home, what colors you would use. And I love turquoise and teal, those colors, and I have those throughout my house. The turquoise is my oh, I don't even know what word is. My fun color in the house. There we go. I have mostly neutrals. I do have a colored sofa. I do have a red sofa, red leather. And some cream and tan furniture. So when I use turquoise. Okay, we're gonna lift this up. It looks like I might have missed a piece right here. Push a little paint in there. Alright, are you ready? We're going to take this up. Oh, I just got my dirty finger with paint on the edge. My goodness, how did I get paint on my fingernail? But I sure did. Well, we'll be touching that up with some white paint. Boy, I had that stuck down there. Good. Okay, here we go. Finished product. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my goodness, yes. I love the color choice. That turned out so fun. Oh my goodness, let me hold it up for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. It turned out just beautiful, just how I envisioned it. Anyway, I hope you are having a wonderful Sabbath day. I am a little busy right now. That's why I'm doing some art on the Sabbath day. So if you get a chance and you want to do some of this as gifts for your family, be sure to click on the link. Like I said, there's a Black Friday sale going on. Pretty easy. In spite of this doing the multicolor, it came out beautiful. So God bless you and have a great day. Talk to you soon.